Well, it's Monday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
it is.
countdown to Christmas, right? New Year's Eve is Tuesday night.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, today's one-a-day is massive action, massive results. You know, a lot of people will call me up all the time, Dave, and they'll go, you know what, I've been struggling with my sickness for so long. I've been struggling for years. And you know why? Because the action that they took, okay, is the results that they got. Now, you're going to say that's not true. I have people that come to me, and this is like weekly, and they'll say, I spent 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 150,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
But what you don't understand is that's not massive action. That's wastefulness.
Yeah.
Because you must become your practitioner.
Yeah.
You must become the practitioner for you. I can't be your practitioner. You know that.
Yep.
So, you know, me and you talk. I mean, you're here. You're learning how to do the deep tissue. When you go back, you'll be able to do it on your father.
Yes.
You'll be able to teach your family how to do it. I mean, think about it. Look at the massive action you took. Who made the decision to come here for the personal treatment and training? For you guys have been here for how long? It's 14 days, right?
It's about 14. We've been here for
Yeah,
8.
you're going to be here for 14 days.
Yeah.
So who decided to come here for this? You or your father?
I ultimately made the decision.
Yeah, what made you decide to come here? Like, what was the breaking point for you?
That's a good question. The breaking point for me was there's a couple of things. I went online, I was looking at the reviews, and all of the reviews that I was reading were not just I get relief, or it's good, it's a good program. It was that people are actually being helped and cured. And I have gone, as I say, to so many other practitioners, and nothing's working. Spent over 6 figures trying to get through this. But the reviews, and the idea that I was going to learn how to treat myself. I was going to do it. I was going to be shown that. And I didn't know how to do it. I was depressed. I had terrible stomach ailments, depression, anxiety, and a number of other things. And I just had no idea how I was ever going to get through this. I really didn't think I was going to be able to. And I was just at the end of the rope. And the only alternative I had at that point wasn't a good one, because I was in such a bad place. And coming here, learning the process, learning how to treat myself, and learning how to love myself, which I at first thought it was kind of a laughable thing, but that's almost the core. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anything else, and you can't fix yourself.
That was the most important thing that anybody could say.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, the women out there right now, when I say this, they go, I gotta love myself. And within 20 minutes of whether I'm doing a consultation on Skype or WhatsApp or by phone, because 98% of all my consultations are done around the world. You know, we don't work on locals. The odd time we'll have a local person come here. But basically, you see that it's you and your dad, right? You kind of run the roost, don't you? Mm-hmm. Right? Because most of our work is done with trainings all over the world, certifying clinics and going like right now. Sage left yesterday, and he's gone for 5 weeks now. And he's gone to certify 2 clinics, okay? And to actually show them how to do the non-surgical, pull tumors apart, pull fibroids apart, do this whole thing. And he's going to go work on 3 different families and teach them that. So you said the most important thing there. And guess what? You thought it was a laugh. It was jokeable to love yourself. Mm-hmm. And see, do you see how you are programmed to destroy yourself? Everybody out there on Instagram and Facebook, you're programmed to destroy yourself. Okay? So this is the time of year where everybody's going to get their love on. Okay? But the reality is that if love was going to work, it would have worked a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, everybody goes around, and corporations really love to use the word love, 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 love. You know, but the reality is like you said, it felt like a joke to even love yourself, and it felt silly.
Yeah.
So you're programmed to think that even loving yourself is a very stupid, silly thing.
Yeah. Right.
And guess what? That was the thing that was killing you. Because Before you come here, you are spirit. You know, I don't care what religion. There's 1,500 of them, and you know what? Long as what your beliefs are, they're empowering you, and you feel good about that. Or wherever you go, wherever your church is, whether it's out in the forest or it's a building, it doesn't matter. If you're being honored and respected and taught that it's okay, please. No, I don't want you just to love yourself. I totally want you to love yourself, because that's called taking massive action.
Yeah.
And the biggest part about this is when you go to totally want to love yourself, that's when you need to take massive action and put a line in the sand, because your family, not from their heart, not from their spirit, but from their subconscious, is going to knock the legs out of you. And it's only because the subconscious rules everyone. My subconscious rules me, except there's one thing. I'm total love, I'm total integrity, I'm total discipline. Do you understand? I am, and I know that I am the Son of God. Now, some people take that wrong. I didn't say I was Jesus. I'd like to be more like Jesus Christ, because I know there was a Jesus Christ. And you know what? Jesus Christ, he took massive action. He took so much massive action in so loving himself and so loving the world. And that's, if you could take so much massive action and so loving yourself and so loving the world and allowing and not forgiving the world, because the world's going to be the world.
Right.
So accept the world the way it is, and don't accept people into your space and into your life anymore that don't bring you higher. That's why you have to let people go.
Yeah.
That's called taking massive action. Taking massive action is honoring, respecting yourself, letting lower vibrational foods go, liquids, habits, and people.
Yeah.
Whether they're your relatives or not. Okay? And when I say that, it's not being angry and it's not disliking them. It's just, why are you calling someone and hanging out with someone that makes you feel upset all the time? So when I say take massive loving action, understand that person that is upsetting you, you're upsetting them, because you don't vibrate together.
Yeah.
They're just going to find someone that vibrates with them. But because, especially with families, we feel guilty if we can't get along with someone, even though they're up here and down here. Listen, I've met people in a store, on the street, that I vibrate with more than my family. That I felt a vibration like I love this person. And I'm talking man, woman, anything, or even an animal. There's going to be different vibrations in life. And everything is frequency, because you are first spirit. And at the end, you'll be spirit. And if you're not, it's called, if you honor your spirit, you don't have to worry about honoring your body. If your focus is on the physical and it's not on the invisible, you're done. So what are you going to do when you leave here to really take massive action? How are you going to not fall back into, you're going back into the same house, hanging around with the same people, right? You're getting up in the same bed. So the routine is what kills you. So you need a strategy when you go home.
Yes.
What is your strategy to make sure, because believe it or not, 2 weeks did not reprogram your subconscious, which is 90% of your brain. So you've been running a destructive program, unknowingly, unconsciously, for all these years. What is your strategy? And you better write your strategy down.
Yeah.
And you better say, well, I'm not going to do this. I am going to do this. I am not going to do this. And you know what? And don't just have a to-do list. Have a to-be list. That's more important. What do you want to be? That is more important than your to-do or not to do. It's what do you want to be? What do you want to become? And then you stay there. So while you're here and you're clear, and you're in a clear place, and you are clear, you think about the Creator, your God, Source, whatever you want to call it, and then ask yourself what that would want for you. And then when you come here and you come up against physical people that are totally screwed up, tell me you don't know. Tell me you know one person, okay, tell me you know one person that is spiritually there, that holds a loving line for themselves. And and you can tell they will never ever come back at you because you didn't love them, or they'll never try to intentionally hurt you. How many people do you know like that? That's where you want to get to. I will never hurt anyone, and it doesn't matter what people are doing. I don't want to, I will say things briefly, but I know that the government's totally corrupt. I know that our healthcare is totally corrupt. I know that there's a lot of systems and religions out there that are beyond corrupt. They're not just corrupt, they're bloody well evil. But because they're so powerful, nobody wants to talk about them. Well, I really don't care, because you know what? I don't have fear. False evidence appearing real. I'm done being scared of toxic religions, toxic government, toxic people, toxic healthcare. Are you done being scared yet? So I'm not going to go out there and go play the attack on anyone. That's not what you call massive action for massive results. Because I'm talking about everything when we talk about massive action is about self. And if you don't want to get into self-awareness, self-care, self-love, self-respect, self-discipline, then you will never have your passion or purpose. And what is your passion and purpose? What do you want to do when you leave here? And you can't just tell me, I want to know what you're going to gift the world with. Because we all have a gift. What are you going to gift the world with? Every morning I wake up, I go, I am going to be the gift today. I'm going to gift the world. I don't ever get up in the morning and go, what can I get? I did used to do that. Mm-hmm. Because I felt like that the world owed me. And why did the world owe me? Because the world said it was going to love me and care for me. And God damn it, it pissed me off because it wasn't doing it. And I want mine. And then I realized, wow, that was the sucker punch.
Yeah.
And it wasn't God damn it anymore. It was God, thank you.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to be? So you don't have to answer that now, but maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay.
So why don't you just you can close it off today. Just tell everybody where you were, where you think you are right now, where you'd like to go.
Okay.
Just briefly.
Okay.
But tomorrow, I'm coming for you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so my former life prior to me coming here, diagnosed with Lyme, multiple symptoms, stomach, brain, depression, tried everything under the world to fix and correct whatever I had. Nothing was working. I finally came here. Upon coming here, within the first day, I discovered that this was a very different place, a very unique place in that, as I said just a little bit earlier, they were training me you began training me how to look after myself, to love myself, to love others. And that's something I've never done before. From that, I want to take the nutritional portion of what I'm learning here, which is something I'm going to carry forth, my mirror work, and my goal setting. And I'm probably not explaining this all together well, but
I think you're doing a wonderful job. And understand something, when you first start to try to explain about loving yourself, caring for yourself, and respecting yourself, your subconscious is going to try to derail you and make you try to search for words, because your subconscious fears the future and it fears the present. And right now, you're trying to be in the present moment, showing that there's a whole new future for you. Yeah. And your subconscious goes, yeah, you can forget that, buddy. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Even though you were miserable and even though you were trying to kill yourself, are you dead? No. And where you're going, I don't know where that is. And guess what? You're not going there. So whether or not, you have to get this, whether or not you just found the holy grail of healing and that you are going to set yourself free and live a joyful, blissful life, which we were all promised, and we were all talked about that when we were little kids, and then it was stolen from us. Even if that's true, your subconscious says, I've never seen this before, I'm not doing it. So what does everybody say as soon as they hear something? Even if it could change their life, it could be the most exciting thing. I'm scared. I'm scared. How often do you hear I'm scared? How often do you hear I'm scared? How often do you fear something new? Everything that you, up until you came here, the last 30 years, everything that was coming new to you, right away you just said, I'm scared.
Yep.
And understand something. Why don't you logically look at it? Oh my God, this person just wants to love me and I'm scared of them?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this person just wants to help me. Oh my God, This is about me going on a trip that I've always wanted to take, and why am I scared? It's all an illusionary thing. You have to understand something, that even though in the last 30 years we've made all this technological advancement in everything, your brain is still in a cave. Technology-wise, we've come in 30 years more than we've come in 10,000. But the brain still lives in a cave because you no longer have tigers or dinosaurs wanting to eat you. You have all of this illusionary stuff that, guess what? There's danger everywhere. And guess what? I'm going to look like a failure. I'm going to look like a fool, and I can't be successful. Well, I don't give a crap, okay? If I fail 100 times today, I'm going to reach that goal. I'm not going to endanger my life or anyone else's, but I'm going to go there. And then when I get that goal, I'm going to go find something that I can screw up for another few months until I perfect it, or a few years. And then I'm going to find something else that I can screw up, because that's the adventure. You think a bump is wrong. A bump says slow down. A quick right turns, I wanted to go this way. No, a quick right turn, you take it because that's your higher self. So your subconscious is always only wanting to do what you've always done. And if you're always going to do what you've always done, you will want to off yourself.
Yeah.
Because that is so boring. If I can't be the authentic, I don't even know if I'm there yet, but if I can't be the authentic Daryl, I'm out of here. Does that mean I'm going to kill myself? No, but I don't want to stay here. Because unless it's an adventure, unless it's a fun-filled, life-threatening adventure, fun-filled, life-threatening to a degree, because that's the only time that you had excitement, Ken.
Yep.
The only time you were excited was it was a little bit life-threatening.
Yeah.
Even when you met that first girlfriend, that was life-threatening. Whoa, can I handle this? So everything in life, there was a little bit of anxiety. But if you take anxiety, you've got 3 seconds. That's why it's this.
Yeah.
As soon as you feel anxiety, 3, 2, 1, I got this. And you take it from your subconscious, put it in your conscious mind, you make it into excitement and go, yeah. So, do you want anxiety or do you want excitement? And guess what? You release the same hormones for both. At the beginning you do. Adrenaline, cortisol, that rush. Woo! But I don't need to stay there for 30 seconds, only 3 seconds of adrenaline, cortisol, and then I'm going to move into excitement, and that means I'm not going to keep dumping in the stuff. That means I bring up my higher vibration. Yeah. So instead of staying in anxiety, I'm in excitement now. And I'll tell you something, I'm so excited for you and for you and for you. I'm so excited for all of you. And God bless you. But look take massive action. Claim your God-given right. Claim your God-given right. And your family, believe it or not, doesn't want you to have it. Not their hearts, not their spirit, but their subconscious. And guess what? That's only 1 out of 10,000 people are going to be known as crazy, okay? All right? You may think I'm crazy, but I'm happy. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right, man.